Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're going to talk about the Elite Series 2 and the Xbox One controllers that came with the Xbox Series X controllers that were new with the new consoles. So, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started with this. So, essentially, when I bought my Xbox Series X on the day at launch, I had already had the Elite Series 2 controller, so I basically put the Xbox Series X controller in the box with the Xbox One X when I traded that in, and sold that with the console. So I never even got a chance to try it out before I did that. The reason why I bought this red one is because I have a second Xbox, a second Elite Series 2 controller that the left bumper stopped working. I tried to fix it, and it's still giving me problems. So I'm probably gonna have to try to repair that again. So I bought me a backup controller just so that I have one. And what I've been doing this last since. For this last couple of days, is I've been gaming mostly with the new controller, with the Xbox Series X controller. I love my Elite Series 2. That's why I have two of them. One of them is a backup. The other one, I'm going to keep working on it until I get it fixed right. I don't know what it is. Maybe the switch that I put in it's bad, because it'll work and then it'll quit. So I'm probably going to have to take that one out and put a new one in. I got 10 of them in the repair kit, so I guess hopefully out of all 10 of those, maybe one will work right. So I have to talk about this controller though, okay? Because I know I love my Elite Series 2. It feels great. It's got everything that I want in a controller. The weight ratio feels pretty good in my hands. I like the way it feels. It feels extremely premium. So I've just gamed on this, and kind of that elite attitude where I'm like, I don't even really care about the other controller. It's just cheap or whatever, so I didn't even check it out. But this gets interesting, okay, guys, because this right here, this controller retails for $179. Has a rechargeable battery. It lasts a long time. I've never once had it die on me during a gaming session. The case comes with a little built-in charger. You just set it on, so it's always charged. The buttons feel good. You can adjust the tension on the joysticks, which feels great. The D-pad feels really nice. The triggers are great. You got 3 different settings for trigger locks. You could program all kinds of. You could program a bunch of different things for your controller. Like it feels really nice. So basically these controllers are about the same size, because they did make the Elite a little bit smaller. They made the paddle shifters on the back a lot more smaller. So now when you set it down, it doesn't click buttons anymore. It feels great in the hand. You could tell it's a premium controller. I am pretty disappointed that this other one only lasted, oh gosh, a little over a year, like a year and 3 months, like 15 months or whatever. So I got 15 months of gameplay out of this, and granted, I play a lot. Like I'm on my Xbox a lot. I have put a lot of miles on that controller. For it to only have a left bumper issue after that long, that's not bad. So but I am kind of disappointed that it's $200, and I feel like it maybe should last a lot longer than that. But I mean, with COVID and being locked down, in the house a lot and not being able to really go out and do a lot, I definitely put a lot more hours on that than I normally probably would have on a regular, like in a regular year. But I mean, this comes in this nice box. It's all pristine. You get a charger cord with it. The case, extra joysticks, bigger ones, smaller ones. 360 design type. It's an amazing controller. I love it. So let's talk about the Xbox Series XS controller that is new for this generation of Xbox. Okay, guys, so I bought this, had it shipped to me from Amazon, and I'm pretty surprised with just this weight on this controller is kind of close to the Elite. It feels good. The joysticks feel great. The bumpers I feel like I like the way these bumpers feel almost better than the Elite Series controller. The triggers definitely feel different. They have the same little grips on them that the Elite does. There is a textured grip on the back, although it is, still just that hard plastic. But gosh, this feels good. It feels good in your hand. Playing with it, yeah, I'm pretty surprised. Like I like the way this controller feels. I like the way it looks. I'm probably going to get on the design lab and have them make me another one, like a stylized one. When it comes down to it, I never really liked the Xbox One controller itself. It just felt too sloppy. It felt, it never, it didn't feel right. This controller, the tension, oh yeah, this is nice. I like the tension that you get in these triggers. It feels good. Like I like that. I like the way it feels. Everything works just great. You got your share button on this, which does not come on the Elite Series 2 controller, but you can definitely program that to do that. You can set up as many programs as you want. Yeah, honestly, if I had to choose, like I'm more comfortable using this newer Xbox Elite or Xbox Series XS controller. It still does have the battery compartment in the back, so you still have to put batteries in it or your rechargeable batteries. That's not. It is kind of a big deal. I would prefer it to be like the Elite and have that battery pack in here. But who knows? Maybe I could pull this one apart and just swap that out with it. Just completely put that whole thing on there. You never know. It's possible. Yeah, I like it. I'm actually pretty surprised about this controller. The rumble feels great. It feels pretty good. Like the only thing that I feel like this is missing is the shifters on the back, the paddle shifters on the back. Which honestly, man, for the only games I really use that on is like Ace Combat 7 and maybe a couple others. So if I'm not playing that, this controller feels just as good as my Elite controller in my hands. And the weight ratio feels pretty good on this too. It is a little bit lighter because of the just the materials that it's made out of. But this feels comfortable, guys. This feels nice. I'm kind of disappointed that I just got rid of that last controller. I didn't even try to turn it on or anything. You can definitely you can definitely tell that there's less latency with this controller. So I like it. I'm satisfied with this. This feels pretty good, man. So if you guys are on the fence, thinking, like, hey man, I got this, should I buy the Elite Series 2? Oh man, I don't know. You could buy 2 of these for the price of one of those. And this thing's pretty good, man. I like it. I feel like it's good. Honestly, if I had to replace, another controller, I'm gonna get more of these. I'm definitely gonna get more of these. I do like the way they feel. They're a lot cheaper. If something breaks, you can swap them out. That Elite Series 2 is a pretty expensive controller. It does have a lot of features that are definitely worth having. The adjustable joysticks, but you know what? These on this one are literally perfect. They're about where I set the tension on my Elite anyways. So that feels good right there. These feel like they've got more tension. So yeah, I don't necessarily think you can go wrong with these ones. So if you are, like I said, if you're on the fence about getting the Elite controller, or wondering if maybe that's a better option for you than this, man, that's pretty hard. That's a pretty hard sell, dude. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. That's kind of a hard sell now. After having this for the last 3 days, I've played exclusively with this controller for the last 3 days, and I'm completely happy with it. I'm satisfied with it. If I would have known, yeah, I the only thing I'm doing right now is kicking myself for not trying it out earlier, for not trying it out sooner. I did buy my daughter, a blue one for her Xbox, and I didn't even play with that. But yeah, I did play with hers the other day to try out the gosh, what was it, the F1 2021 on her Xbox. And yeah, dude, even after her playing with it as long as she has, the controller still feels nice and good. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, you don't really need to go out of your way to buy the Elite Series 2, because this thing here is more than sufficient to do everything you want. The rumble feels the exact same almost. This is a well-built controller. This Series X controller is well built. It definitely feels a lot more premium than the Xbox One controllers ever felt. It feels good. They definitely did put more work into this than a lot of people give them credit for. It does not have the HD rumble and everything that the PlayStation 5 has, but gosh, at the end of the day, guys, this thing is great. This thing is really great. So yeah, my recommendation is, if you have one of these, you really don't need the Elite Series 2 unless you really, really, really want like that bigger rechargeable battery, and the more tension on the joysticks. But this right here, this is sufficient, guys. It works. I'm surprised. Yeah, dude, I'm completely happy with it. My preconceived notion of this controller not being good was solely based on the Xbox One controller design, and yeah, this thing's way better. Way better. I'm completely happy with it. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.